Welcome back, everyone, to Life Release. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been a while since I've been active on this channel, and let me tell you, it was for a very important reason for myself. I sort of felt unworthy to make videos for you guys because I thought, who the hell do I think I am? What do I know? Who would want to listen to me? And I got a lot of self-doubt within me that was created through the beginning process of me starting Life Released. And for me, Life Released is something that I want to be big one day. I want that to be something that is well known like any other brand, because I have so much to give to Life Released so that it could be accessible to hundreds and thousands and however much it grows. I want it to be accessible to all those people. So what happened? I sort of had to take some time and step back and reflect and make sure that this is something that I really want to do, because so many times that I sit down to watch my favorite YouTubers, I like to browse and I like just to see how people are doing from the time that I started watching YouTube, which was like back in 2013, somewhere around there. I like to check back on early people that I used to follow, and to see that they're always changing, constantly going from one thought process to another, and constantly changing who they are because they feel like who they're betraying, who they want the public to see them as, isn't really who they are. And I was having that same problem within me. I would record a video, I would sit down to edit it, and the person that I was watching wasn't me. I was very unhappy with a lot of my content. Like, I have so many hours of content recorded, and I just can't stomach putting it out there because I thought that wasn't me. And when I really was truly being me, when I would forget that the camera was in front of me, that's when I came out. But it never made sense to just record like a combination of 2 minutes from like a 40-minute entire session. So I was trying to say that, well, this is me being part of the growing process while trying to be creative, but it just didn't feel right. So I totally just self-sabotaged myself and said, I'm no good, I'm not gonna do this, because that's not what I want to do. Be an authentic person. So I took a lot of time off to really reflect on who is it that I really want to be, and why can't I be comfortable with that person. And it comes down to me feeling like the purpose that I'm putting out for myself isn't going to be in alignment, or is going to sound strange to the people outside of me. My family, my friends, co-workers, colleagues, acquaintances, whatever. They're gonna think it's pretty darn weird. And I felt like I wasn't prepared to defend myself and say, this is why what I'm doing is important. Well, listen, during my time off has been an experience, to say the least. There have been more than usual amount of people coming up to me and asking indirectly for help. And being that I was still in my own little reboot, healing, reprocessing mode, I didn't want to offer my services because I wasn't, again, sure that I was ready. So I had to send them away. I had to send them to other resources, and I had to take myself out of the equation because I just didn't want to muck anything up or cause more trouble to a person because I felt like I was incapable of helping them. So finally, I said, enough is enough. Like, there's too many people that just need help. And I'm holding on to all of this knowledge and information. And although I'm still, every day, I'm still learning, and there's still more to be explored and learned, I said, enough is enough. Like, I have to be strong and courageous and do what I say that I'm going to do because I'm telling you to do it too. So if I'm telling you to be strong and brave and I'm not doing it, then it's not authentic. And that's what was happening to me before. I felt like I was just being this puppet character of myself. And yeah, my vulnerable self is over here working the strings, and this is the perfect version of me down here talking into a camera saying, do this, do that, it's perfect, it's wonderful. But I was still not being that person authentically myself. So I can't tell you exactly what caused this new awareness, or when the light bulb switched on, because it's not one single moment. It's always a culmination of everything that's ever happened to you that brings you to the point that you are right now. Every single decision, choice, reaction, everything that you've done so far has led you to this point right here. And everything that you're doing, how you've reacted, what you're doing for fun, for your vocation, avocation, all of that is all a reflection of the decisions and choices that you've made before, the relationships that you're in. And there's no mistake that I am in this position right now. So this is my thing. I am in death care. I don't specifically want to put a label to myself on what exactly I want to call myself. I am not a thought leader. I am not a guru. I am not a teacher. I am not a death doula. I'm not anything. I am just a person having this experience right now, but I'm learning a thing or two, and I'm being open with my heart and with my mind, that trusting that things aren't what they seem. And I finally found the courage to accept that I'm seeing things differently. So I want you to put your trust in me and realize that this is not coming from an inauthentic place. I have shed multiple tears. I have thought about this multiple hours. I have been researching this for many years. I'm living this every single day. Every single day, I am learning from every single object in this entire existence. From the ladybug on the flower pot that's outside to the President of the United States right now. I mean, every single thing that I come in contact in between those things, I'm learning from. Nobody's my enemy. Nobody is my friend. Nobody is my relative. Nobody's my lover. Nobody's my dog. Nobody's my barista. Nobody is anything to me when I am studying what it is to be in this existence. So basically, I have turned this organic matter. I have eliminated it when I am just only using my complete conscious, my complete attention my complete emotion. It has nothing to do with the insecurity that I have with my body. It is complete trying to understand what it is that we're doing here. What is the meaning of it? So, I am finally here to tell you that I am comfortable enough to express what it is that I have learned along the way. So I am here as a person just like you. I am no better. I'm no worse. We're all equal here. The only difference is the decisions that we make with the information that we think we have. So, what I really wanted to talk about today was purpose, because that's what I was struggling with. What is my purpose? What am I doing here? And is this really my purpose? But I think I was looking at it very wrong. To be able to try to understand what your purpose is, it's you're already imagining the end goal. And I know that right now, some people will say that you need to see the end goal in order to get there. Like you want to imagine, like you want a big fancy red sports car. So you have to imagine that sports car and then it appears. But I don't know. Because the thing that happens during that, trying to get to that purpose that you put on yourself, is that you are going to be put through a lot of tests in order to get that end result of your purpose. And you might not be willing to accept or be willing to go through all those tests. And I realized I saw my purpose, but what I was struggling is, do I have the strength or the will or the capacity or just the want to go through all those tests to get to that end goal, to that purpose that I put for myself? And I was finally ready to say, yes, I am ready to go through all those tests, and I'm willing to jump through all those hoops, because this is what feels right to me. So this is what I came here to tell you today. I want you to stop trying to find purpose and instead try to find meaning. Because in order to really get to where you want to be, you need to really start experiencing what it is to get to where you want to be. So what I mean is, if you want to be a chef, you are going to be willing to forfeit all your weekends, all your holidays, all your afternoon, evenings off, because guess what? That's what it takes to be a chef at a high-end restaurant. So what I wanted my message to be today is to stop trying to find purpose and to start trying to find meaning. And I want to give you a challenge and dare you to find meaning. I want to dare you to do something different. Now, I know sometimes things are out of our control. We may need resources in order to get to the point where we feel confident, but I want you just to start where you're at right now. Whether that is eating healthier, possibly doing a little bit of fasting, going on a vegan diet, plant-based, whole foods vegan diet, or doing something a little crazy like me. Although for some of you it might not be so crazy, but for me it's ridiculous, which is the cold shower routine in the morning. I used to do, I don't know if I ever posted a video, but I used to do the cold plunges in a cold pool. But I just couldn't. I just didn't want to put my bathing suit and go out. So I eliminated any obstacles. So now I'm just going to be doing cold showers. And that is something that I'm doing to myself to shock my body into that flight or flight mode, to progress into a different person, not someone who is just so sedated that we can't even get out of bed or get up off the couch because we're just so exhausted with our day-to-day lives, such as going to school, going to work. We're just so mentally, physically, emotionally exhausted. And I want you to do something to shock your system into getting out of that if you just can't possibly think of where to start to find meaning. And this is what we're going to be doing together, because ultimately Life Released is something that I created because I wanted to help people specifically with the dying process, transitioning to the other side, but more specifically because we are living right now in the land of the living. So death anxiety. Death anxiety is something that I really need to focus on because there is just so many people around me right now that are suffering from it, and some who don't even know that they're suffering from it, and they are showing signs of it by bad behaviors and chronic pain, depression, and all of that because something just doesn't feel right within them. So I am here putting myself out here, being vulnerable, telling you that this is who I am. This is who I want to be able to be of service to my fellow man, my community, and just the human race in general, because there is just so much that we are holding on to, and we need to express that, release that heavy energy, and accept the goodness and the light energy that just we are meant to have. We're not meant to hold on to negative, dark energy. So again, welcome to Life Released. We're going to be doing some cooking here. We're going to be doing some traveling. We're going to just be enjoying life and appreciating the fact that in order to truly, truly, truly be alive, we need to accept what it is to die. And I know that took a different turn than probably you were expecting, but life is a special process. Death is an even more special process. And if we recognize the dark and the light, the good and the bad, the yin and yang, you realize that everything is perfect. And that is what I'm here to help you with. I'm not your teacher. I am not your guru. I am not anything. I am your fellow I am your fellow kin. We are all one here, and we are going to be figuring this out together. So I want to challenge you today to do something different. Shock your system. Do something that will benefit you tomorrow, and stop looking at 10 years from now. Look at right now. What can we do right now to make you get to where you want to be? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. I'm excited for this journey, and be well. Many wishes, many loves, many lights your way. Bye.